What's going on this morning? A little morning motivation. Yeah. As we get up and get ready to head off into our places of business, into our dealerships and whatnot, to get our sales day started. So, giving it a quick second to see who we get to tap in with us this morning. I've already been up, working out, putting in stuff, going out to the stores. Yes, was at Walmart this morning. But one key thing, we talk about morning motivation, and I use the word motivation, and when I use that word, I use the word motivation, and I don't use the word lightly, but at the same time, I would like to put it in perspective exactly what motivation is. A lot of people believe that motivation is that thing that'll help you rise to the top, and unfortunately, it's not. Okay, motivation to a human being is equivalent to like the gas that we put into our car. You ever been in a car and it ran out of gas before? And, you have a small gas can in the car, and you can get to the gas station and you put a couple of gallons of gas in it and you put it in the car. It's enough to get the vehicle going, but it's not enough to have it go for a long period of time. So if you're just popping in, we're talking about motivation. And I throw that word out there, and I was saying I do it, and I use it lightly, but don't take it lightly, because motivation, people think that's what helps them get to the next level, and it's really not. And I was saying that motivation is equivalent to like a car running out of gas, having a small gas can, getting to the gas station, putting a couple of gallons in there, and it's enough to get you to the gas station, but it's not enough to take you on a long distance ride. And that's what motivation is. A lot of people throw that word out there, but motivation is nothing more than the fuel to help ignite your fire. Now, it's up to the individual, once they start getting that fire going, to fan it and turn it into a roaring blaze. Motivation, our brains are designed for motivation not to work. We have a thing called fight, flight, or freeze that is instilled in our old brain back when it was the caveman days. In order to protect them from the wild animals, from dinosaurs, or from other tribes or whatnot, we had fight, flight, or freeze, which means that in certain situations, our brain is designed to help us avoid and evade any situations that'll bring us fear, that could potentially risk our lives, or that can bring us harm. Okay, now that old brain is still with us. But now, if you study science, we've created what's called the new brain, which is the more intellectual side of the brain. So the old brain is the more physical, reactionary side, fight, flight, or freeze. But then the new brain is the intellectual side, which allows us to be able to create ideas, to stimulate ourselves, to be able to imagine and to visualize. So realize this. Anything that you do or that you have to approach on a day-to-day that does bring you fear, that you are concerned about what other people may say, that might bring you ridicule, your brain is designed to help you come up with all types of other things that you should be doing as opposed to that. You ever notice when you have important tasks like cleaning the house, making phone calls, anything that we have to do that's extremely difficult or challenging, you ever notice how easy it is for us to procrastinate? Good morning, Tim. You ever notice how easy it is for us to procrastinate? And you say, damn, man, I know I was supposed to get that done. I don't know why I keep putting it off. Well, the reason being is because that old brain, which has been with us since the creation of man, it's constantly working. And so anything that the old brain can help present in front of you to help you avoid doing any task that you don't want to do, that you feel like brings you pain, that scares you, that you fear rejection or whatnot, it's like when you at your place of business. You ever notice how when you got things to do, whether it be make phone calls, you're supposed to potentially get with a customer sometime. You ever notice all types of little shit comes up? Oh, you know what? I forgot I need to go call this person back. Oh, I need to go back to service and see what happened to my customer yesterday. Oh, I need to do this. I need to do that. It is designed to help us do a thing called procrastinate. So realize motivation is nothing more than like having a small gas can to put in your car to get enough gas to get you to the next gas station. But it's not enough to take you on a long distance trip. What is required for that? You can never avoid just really knuckling down and good old fashioned working, studying, and honing your skills. Confidence truly comes from preparation. People ask me all the time, Brian, what do you think the secret or the formula of success is? And it's really simple. It's when preparation and opportunity meet. So the better prepared you are when the opportunities present itself, guess what? The odds of you being successful increase tremendously. And here's the thing out here, man. I know we live in this era where it's like, do you know in the 80s, the average attention span was 20 minutes? And right now, science has said it's 8 seconds. If you look at the news, when they even showing a news clip, They'll show a small, even ESPN, they'll show a small box with the people talking, and around it, it's all type of ticker tapes running at the bottom, all types of stuff popping and flashing all around it, because they know the frame has to change every 8 seconds to keep a person engaged. There are times a person will go to YouTube, see a video is 7 minutes long, literally will either just avoid it or skip through it to get to whatever juicy parts they believe is relevant. And I remember once upon a time, I heard somebody tell me that they used to say, if you want to hide something from a black person, put it in a book. Well, they don't say that anymore, folks. Now is if you want to hide something from a poor person, put it in a book. Because poverty has no color barrier, no age barrier. It doesn't care what race you are. It doesn't care what age you are, whether you fat, skinny, strong, muscular, puny or not. It does not. But neither does success, though. And so in an era where everybody's surviving off 150 or 140 characters, people are really missing out, which is that the game is being played right in front of our face. And if they keep you distracted with the worry about the bills, worry about tomorrow, the stress and feeling like you're inadequate, like you just don't have enough, like you're not enough, you know what? You won't ever value yourself high enough to be able to put one foot in front of the other one and do whatever it takes, legally, ethically, and morally, to take yourself out of your situation and to elevate you into another one. And guess what? No matter what level you go to, problems are always going to be there. You know, at the end of the day, every successful businessman, businesswoman, or business is so because they've identified a problem in the general public and created a solution. You shouldn't try to avoid problems because they're always going to be there. And so at the end of the day, you know, the objective is to embrace the problem, run towards them, because a problem really isn't a problem. All it really is an obstacle. And what an obstacle is, y'all, an obstacle is nothing more than the seed of opportunity that has been brilliantly disguised by our Creator for our development to the next level. So what you see as adversity is really nothing more than a classroom lesson. There's something that you're being prepared for. There's something that you're being battle tested to be able to deal with in your future. But I will tell you this, knowing that the formula to success is when preparation and opportunity meet, you really have to ask yourself, what are you doing to be prepared for when that opportunity comes? It's no different than when a customer comes into your business. If you aren't prepared and you don't know what to say and what to do, when the opportunity presents itself, you'll miss it. And it's the same way in life. You may have had plenty of opportunities to take your life to the next level, but if you weren't mentally conditioned to be able to see it, guess what? You'll miss it. It's like when those doctors show those pictures and tell us, what do you see in this picture? Some people see a butterfly. Some people see a woman dancing. It is all based on the perception in our minds, how we view the world, how we view ourselves. And so to stay motivated, remember one thing, motivation is that thing that just gets you up in the morning. Your family keeps you motivated. Your love of your craft keeps you motivated. Your love of helping people keeps you motivated. But that thing that'll propel you to the next level is something called skill. And when you combine skill and will, that's a deadly combination that will carry anybody over and past their obstacles. And remember, obstacles are nothing more than seeds of opportunity brilliantly disguised by our Creator for our development. So now as you wake up this morning and you rounding out this week and you go to your place of business, ask yourself, what preparation are you taking? What are you doing to improve yourself, especially if you're in sales? And I will say this, whether you agree with the things I say, whether you like my face, you don't like my voice, or what have you, if you don't want to embrace any of the opportunities or the training materials that I've made available, find somebody who says things that resonates with you, that touch your heart. And if you're listening to somebody and they're touching you and the things they're saying is resonating with you, especially in a short video, imagine what'll happen if you start and walk a journey with them. Okay? And so make the decision right now this morning. All I'm asking is just click that link in the description, go on over and at least check out some of the training material that is available, the audios, the videos, the weekly coaching sessions. And guess what? If you don't feel like it, you have nothing to risk, nothing. Because I 100% guarantee you that if your situation, your money, your sales, your attitude, and your confidence doesn't change, whatever it is that you put in, I will give it right back to you. And that's my word. And so make sure that you treat yourself. Don't cheat yourself. It's early in the morning. You can click over, go over, download that stuff and start listening to it as you start your day. The automotive sales training and audio and video is great. The social media, audio and training, the hours of that is awesome. The weekly coaching sessions are phenomenal. But you know what the best parts of the entire program is the 100 Success Tips audio and video that you can listen to every morning and every night when you wake up and when you go to bed. Do you know the difference between a hero and a coward? They both are afraid in the heat of battle, but it's what the hero does in the heat of battle. Whether he stands up and says, if I'm going out in a blaze of glory, or whether they stay dunked down in a hunker, hoping that nothing happens to him and somebody comes and save them. But let me tell you something, ain't nobody coming to save you or I. And it's what we do for ourselves. And so when people get online and say, oh, just another person selling something, you know what, man? If somebody does have good information and they don't make it available to you, shame on them. You know, they say if you catch a person to fish, they'll eat for a day. You teach them to fish, they'll eat for life. Well, if y'all been following this journey, you know I teach people to fish for life. And there are hundreds, if not thousands of people all over the world who have came to the table, we broke bread together, and guess what? Now they're helping teach other people how to do it. They're putting themselves in a position to be able to do what I do, and you can do the same exact thing. If you at your dealership and you want to be able to make more money, you want to be able to put in less hours, you want to make things a lot easier for yourself, I can help you do that. I've been where you are, and I sold my way out of that situation to do what it is that I do now, which is travel all around the country and helping people be able to transform their way of thinking, improve their sales processes, make more money, and have more fun doing it. And we could do the same thing. Thanks, Tim. Bought the stuff and finally on top of the dealership. Tell them, man, it works. Hey, Darvin, it works. So if it worked for Tim, if it worked for Lydia, if it worked for Billy, if it worked for Stephen Cross, it'll work for you too. But you have to be willing to work for it. Nothing will be given to us. Nothing I eat will make you use the bathroom. Okay? And remember, success is when preparation and opportunity meet. And the reason why so many people are going through so much stress right now is because they fail to realize that unless you make the decision to do what you have to do to make you better, it'll never happen. So you keep waiting around for some magnificent lightning and thunder to roll, and all of a sudden you just gonna be in your position of paradise. Hold your breath. And as a matter of fact, I sell bridges in Canada. It's not going to happen. Sit up on the couch and talk about how hungry you are and just sit there and visualize a sandwich and see how long before somebody brings it to you, especially when you got the bread and the meat and the condiments in your refrigerator. If you don't get up and go make that sandwich, or if you don't pay somebody else to make it for you, you're not going to eat that day. And that's the way of the world. The way to be successful is by serving other people. And the only way you can serve other people is by increasing your value to where other people want to listen and want to hone in on what you have to say. And in order for other people to hone in on what you have to say, you have to become an expert in your area. And guess what? Selling is something we do every day. If you're in a relationship, you sold that person on being with you. If you're at a place of business, you sold them on why they should hire you. If you're a parent, you sell to that kid why they should listen to what you have to say. When you're talking to a stranger saying good morning, you're selling to them that I hope you're doing well and having an awesome day and I'm feeling good. And so since selling is something that we do nonstop, every day, all day, you might as well hone your ability to be the best you can be at it. And by doing that, you will transform your life. It makes me want to cry if y'all could jump in my body and just see what will happen if you just made the decision and just showed the universe, God, whatever you want to call it, that, hey, I believe in myself and what you've given me so much that I'm willing to invest in me. And a small investment, short-term pain, y'all, will bring you tremendous gain. I remember when I was broke. I apologize. That was one of my sons calling in college. At the end of the day, that $500 investment, and I didn't have it. I took some of our rent money and did it. But guess what? That month, I had one of my biggest months up to that point. I think I made $5,000, and it was able to put us out of that situation. And guess what? The rest is history. You know, I went on to generate $140,000, $150,000 a year when I was selling on the floor, and then I sold my way out into, you know, being asked to go around the country and do what I do. So I've been where you are. But that small investment transformed my life, and it could do the same for you. As opposed to you beating your head against the wall, struggling, going through all this bullshit, I went through it all for you. All you have to do is click that link in the description, go on over, check out the programs. If you don't like it, guess what? No harm, no foul. If you invested, I'll give you your money back. That's not an issue. But the reason why I asked for such a small investment on people say, why do you give away so much information? Investment is because I say, man, every week, when I meet with these people, I want to make sure they're there. That's how important it is. And the only way I know they'll be there is because I know they got skin in the game. They know they got skin in the game. Because if I just give it to you for free and knew that you would be at every meeting, you would read and listen to everything, I would. But I know that's not how human beings work. And we talking about $65. What's that, $2 a day for 1 month? So if somebody told you for $2 a day that they would show you how to make $100,000 a year for the rest of your life, would you not invest $2 a day? $2 a day for just 1 month. And then for the rest of your life, you've got a day, $2 and a quarter. You might not go out to lunch with 3 beers. You might not situation. And if you look, there's people on this live right now that have actually invested in it and are winning in it. And actually, as I say this, treat the gas we put in the car to get it to the gas station. But skill development is what it takes in order to get yourself to the next level. Don't be one of these people that they can hide something from. Take advantage. Click the link. Go on over. Once you do, I'm going to shoot you a message. I'll let you know because we have our next session this Saturday morning. That's our Platinum Inner Circle. You'll become a member of that and you and I work together. But other than that, man, I hope this message touches your heart, enlightens your mind as you go start your day. I thank all of you for chiming in, and make sure y'all hit that like button. I don't ask for much. But if you're watching this, if you're somebody that don't feel like you want to invest in yourself and you don't want to go, do that, especially with me, the only thing I ask you to invest is a like. Nothing but a thumb click. All right? So appreciate it. That's right, Darvin. You have to invest in yourself to make money, guys. Hey, I appreciate that, man. But other than that, y'all, I hope you have an awesome day. Stay focused. Stay driven. Remember, there's no such thing as a bad day. Just bad moments that we carry throughout the day. So if something happens, leave that shit where it is. You ever notice when somebody has a jacked up customer, they tell everybody in the dealership? But when they have a deal that goes through and they sell one, they don't want to tell anybody because they don't want to make anybody feel bad. And the last time I checked, negativity makes people feel bad. I'd rather share, hey, I just got a deal and show people folks still buying than to go share some stupid situation that could make other people, if they see something similar, totally tuck it in and feel like, that there's no way out and this deal is useless for them. Share the positive information. Avoid that person that's talking shit, even though they're at work right next to you. Find people that find a way. You know what I mean? You want to know where you're going to be at in 5 years? Look at the people that you hang around for free. Look at the people you talk to for no reason. If you hang out at the bar, you'll be there in 5 years. If you spend all your time watching sports, you'll be doing that in 5 years. If you're struggling financially and you wondering, oh, woe is me or what I'm going to do, you'll be there in 5 years. The decision is made right now. There's no such thing as the perfect day on the calendar or a perfect time on the watch, except the one that we make. So make the decision. Make the choice. Click the link in the description. Come on over and help me help you. Other than that, y'all, I'm about to run up here in the house, take my shower, get the rest of my day going. But I wanted to just holler at y'all real quick. Hey, I love you guys. Thank you to all my family, my friends, and I call y'all my family because a lot of you been rocking with me for years and you're seeing the results. So click that link in the description, go on over, check out the training, and I look forward to hopefully getting a chance to work with you and seeing you grow and develop like I am so many other people. Other than that, y'all, over and out, and I look forward to seeing you at the dealership. You have a blessed day too, Darvin, and the rest of everybody. All right, y'all.